Rufai Oseni of the Right TV have blown hot on the PDP leadership as they call upon President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to caution Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, over his rascality in destruction of their party. If this is your first time coming across our channel, welcome to NAIJA Prince News. Please do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button and don't forget to on your notification bell. Please, I would love you to pay serious attention and watch this video to the end because the opposition house has been divided, and here are what PDP are facing as in their own political parties.
After months of uncertainty over the People's Democratic Party leadership, the Supreme Court resolved the party's legal issues. But after the ruling, the Board of Trustees, BOT, of the party assumed control of the party's affairs. BOT Chairman Adolphus Wabara said the move was necessary to prevent a vacuum after the court decision. Joining us on this show to set an agenda for the People's Democratic Party with the BOT taking over party affairs is Chief Olabode George, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party.
I was quite surprised when you were calling on the president. It's just like calling on an enabler to curtail the person is enabled. I mean, this was the same president that, because Wike didn't get his way in Rivers, they gave us a state of emergency. They removed the governor, they put another person there. Courts didn't rule against them. So you calling President Tinubu to come and caution Wike, the person that enabled him, the person that made and enabled him. That's one apart. I know you'd like to respond to that. Secondly, the question we're asking is,
yes.
How do we even...
I can hardly hear you well. I can't hear you
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Please.
Can you hear me? Good.
Yes, I can hear you now.
So yes. But secondly, Daddy, you see, the other part of it is, while you people are calling on everybody to come and hold Wike's hand, or come and hold him, or he's swinging his punches too much, but I know you've apologized, but your party, the PDP, enabled him all this while under the guise of he was bringing money to the party. He was building the party. So this is what you people paid for. And that's what you are enjoying today. The third point I would like to make is about the Supreme Court judgment. That is, have you seen the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment? Do we even know what is in the Supreme Court judgment? Has anybody sent it to you? Have you seen the certified true copy?
No.
Okay.
No, okay.
Please, before we continue, do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button. Just the only way to encourage and support us.
The CTC is yet to come, but our lawyers were there. You know, our lawyers were there. Their lawyers were there. We heard what they said. All right, the details will come, but the final judgment, now they suspended our convention, and they dismissed their, they upheld their suspension. All right. Now, the last one was the one for Lamido, was not presented in the Supreme Court. One of the judges said she stumbled on something like that about Lamido. And the best thing I know you should do, because as an engineering student first year, we also did some bits of law. If you have an issue that was not presented to you and you said you stumbled on it, you want to hear it, you allow A and B to present their cases.
Please, before we continue, do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button. Just the only way to encourage and support us.
You just gave a judgment. That was the Lamido case. And let me explain to you what happened with Lamido. So, Lamido issue was, he went to collect form on the day that you were to return the form. The NEC approved a date to collect forms, a date, the end of the date to collect the forms, and then a final date for you to return the form. the date to collect form has closed. So he went on the day that he was supposed to return the forms. They told him, look, there is no more date for collection. It's all over. So, but how the Court of Appeal took that decision, I don't know. And then at the Supreme Court, it wasn't presented by either party. But they still gave judgment on him. And that now added up to saying that our convention was nullified 2-3. Well, we've accepted all that. They've told us, go back. You know, that no court should get involved in the internal squabble of political parties, except when it has their primaries or whatever. So we are within the law. Now, you are talking about talking to Wike. If you talk to him and he listens, fine and dandy. But if he wants to perpetually remain like an agent provocateur, what do you do?
Please, before we continue, do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button. Just the only way to encourage and support us.
You see, the final authority that can throw him out, and the last convention expelled them, expelled about 11 of them. Now, if they've cancelled it, we have to start all over again, because their attitude cannot be not decent enough for us to regard them as being perpetual members of a civilized party.
Well,
That is the problem.
well, thank you,
So
Chief.
what do we do? Now, these interim managers, the interim managers will manage quickly and allow our boys to put in their papers. The CTC, we are told they were supposed to collect it by 12 o'clock yesterday, but they are yet to. We will collect the CTC. There is nothing different that will be a magic that is there. Everybody was there. It wasn't in a secret arrangement.
Well, on that note,
the convention was dismissed.
on that note, I would
So
like to thank you very much, sir.
there's no problem. He's the one.
Let it not be in so much disbelief, but this is my own 2 cents about what is happening in the PDP and how Nigeria is taking, shape. To be honest with you guys, you see, it's very, very hard to see that somebody who is a practicing lawyer, also default on the same law they think that they uphold on. That's what I always said. If you go to my previous video, you always see when I say that the rules are not fair if you are not among those that make the laws. Yes, so you don't have to play fair, because it's them that are the lawmakers. You can see that most times their rascality and their misbehaving is alarming, the way they do their things. Now, let's take the issue of the FCT minister, Wike, and its rascality as a case study. Now, Minister Wike is a lawyer in Nigeria, and his wife is also among the judges in Nigeria. Then, how come does it mean that they don't practice what they read, or does it mean that they don't believe in the same system they say that this is the law? Now, the Supreme Court, which is the highest court of the land, have made a proclamation saying that we have suspended so people, we have done this thing this way, and give their judgment. And somebody somewhere rises against, each party, saying that what these people are saying, the Supreme Court are saying, is their business. How does that tally together? And to be honest with you, and in all fairness, anything that happens to PDP, that they should be holding, the president accountable, because he was the one who is mobilizing him to be doing all these things. He was the enabler of all this nonsense and all this rascality that has been going on. Because if what happened in Rivers State, because he didn't get his own share, could happen in Rivers State, and they declared state of emergency, and up till now, Senfobara, the executive governor of Rivers State, is he facing impeachment because of lack of agreement or coordination in embezzlement, and the presidency is not talking anything and they are taking everything, like that shows that the government itself have fallen against themselves, and nobody should believe in the rule of law, to be honest with you, because if you're not among those that are making the law, so why you trying to bother yourself so much in in upholding in it, if those who practice it and who study and who makes the law are not keeping the law they are making? Well, I would love you to answer this question in the comment section, share what you think, and do me a favor by clicking on your subscribe button if this is your first time coming across our channel.